Hello everyone, don't believe the false advertising, we're not going to chapter 7 yet. I am Tessellating Hexagons and we still haven't solved the mystery of the cake. Or maybe we have and I'm just a fool. In any case, in this episode, we're gonna go back into chapter 6. Please give me a time rift. No time rift? Okay, fine, I will repay your lack of time rift with thousands of ponds of property damage. Who's gonna rock the boat? We're gonna rock the boat. Though, to be perfectly candid, I'm not a fan of this mission. Not because of any badness of design or anything, but more just because I fear failure and strangulated frame rates, apparently. Hello, everyone. I am strangulated frame rates. Do we still have the... Yeah, we do still have the map badge equipped. And there is still nothing to be had. Now, ordinarily, I would put on the, Oh, hello, there's a friend from Chapter 4 we could speak to. Not you, the one above you. Ordinarily, I would take the hat badge off my compass and put on the Mad Hatter badge that allows us to use hats more, but I feel like the map badge, or compass badge rather, will be a bit more of use to us today.
It is good to be traveling again. Though the view here is not quite as nice as the Alps.
I built my entire conversation around hearing that. Sure. How are you feeling, Cap N?
Do I not look busy to you, pup? Go play somewhere. Let an old captain relax. The SEALs can handle things for a minute. Hopefully they've learned not to mess with the steering wheel by now.
That is an incredibly bold assumption on your part. Allow me to immediately disprove it. So yeah, this mission... I don't like the pressure.
How's it going, dudette? The view up here is like wild, huh? Those icebergs are pretty big. But don't worry, I read a pamphlet that says this boat, can't sink at all. Like the one in that movie, you know? About the boat that, couldn't sink. Never did see the end of that one.
I can't possibly imagine what's gonna happen next.
Tried to get the boss to tell us about his next movie before we left.
Okay, you're just not gonna comment on the view and the icebergs and the toilet.
The toilet.
So, let's just head down and just go on a completely arbitrary meanderthon around the boat. I'm sure, nothing will happen as a result of us just casually taking a stroll, taking advantage of the captain's absence, and being uncharacteristically destructive, even for Hat Kid, because, to reiterate, millions of ponds of property damage. Whee! Whee! I'm illegal!
Hand me that microphone. Who's at the wheel? We're headed straight for an iceberg. All hands on deck.
Yeah, that went about as well as could have been expected. Yeah, the boat's the right way up. It's the rest of the world that's sideways. So, yeah, this is this mission, and this is why I'm afraid of it. Because the ship has now become an extreme parkour challenge sideways edition. Which, to be fair, clever.
It's all going down, pup. I never thought I'd see the day. Her maiden voyage, too. Won't take more than a few minutes for all this to hit the seafloor, I think. Well, you might want to get to a lifeboat, pup. It'd be smart.
Yep, there is stuff in here, but there's also frame rate issues. Yep, for some reason, everything is represented as seal pups even when they're not. The water is cold, and I need to use a hat. So, I don't like pressure. Frame rate, please.
Hello, miss.
I'm not sure if there's like a recommended route here. like, if you're supposed to go back and forth and pick up multiple friends in one run or what, but just, there we go. Luckily, it's fairly generous with the health restoratives, bearing in mind hardcore parkour and cold water, and you're going to enclamble to the side a little bit because everything's at a squonkulous angle and the frame rate is taking a shake. A shake weight, if you will. Oh, we're up here now. Everything's exploding. Everything's exploding when you're part of a team. I can't go through this door. I can't see. I can't exist. Where are we going? I'm up here now. Let's go even further up. Ah, we can... The laundry pit is now over here. Can we find, amidst the laundry pit, we must escape the laundry pit and go through the wall. Now, I know we have a time limit. Okay. At some point, I don't know if that's now. Also, right, you're there. Frame rate, you're not helping matters.
Ooh, where are we going?
Nah, the Spark Mandrill up there is having a time. Thing is, these are seals. They sort of don't need to be rescued. And I'm not saying, oh yes, we should just leave them to die. But like, this is their natural habitat anyway, isn't it? Also, how make out? How make out? There's a question for the ages. Now, the conductor's grandchildren, on the other hand, that makes sense. Oh, that's water. You ever just forget what water looks like? Oh yes, you're going to be clambering to the side as well because you're holding a stack of rescuees, which makes it a bit hard to get from A to Babe. And that's why they warn you about carrying multiple things at once, because, like, on one hand, be a hero, that's the whole point. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Okay, how about we get out of this room correctly this time? Because, as previously stated, don't be a hero, but actually please be a hero. Also, camera, please! I refuse to accept responsibility for that, because the camera is just a piece of chalif, which is, of course, a spoonerism of chief of police, but that's not my reference to make. Hatkid, plus. Stack, plus. I would like to live. And by that I mean leave, but I also mean live. I've only ever actually done this mission once before, so blame my lack of opportunity on that. And by opportunity, I of course mean experience. Ooh, what's over there? Headkid, please stand still. I need to use the compass badge. I need to know if there's something of value through here. Because there is a time limit, just not yet. So, yeah, cold water sucks an entire fuck of sucking. But at least your platforming is only slightly encumbered. Like, your maneuverability is fine, you can still double jump and dive jump or whatever. You're just gonna wobble all over the place because you're carrying a stack of people. It's unfun. Really, you should just take more than one trip. It's just easier that way. But, here we are. My badge is telling me there's something in that part of the ship, but nope, we're out of here now. Now what do we find over here? Part 2. More of the same, but different. Yeah, hardcore parkour. Captain, any input? Ooh, convenient platform. Huzzah and hooray and hajimble. It's time for Captain Christmas. Can I make it over to the here? I can. Oh, I just got launched. Just gonna blow up your luggage, don't mind me. Oh, what? Ah, it's not so much a beam as it is just a warning of impending danger from above. It's like above, but it rhymes with cove. It's above. Okay, where else are we going? Back through the hole. And by through the hole, I mean through the hole, please. Ah, that's water. That's cold and wet. We are in the ocean zone from the Crystal Maze. We're over here now. I'm doing the hornpipe. I've fallen over. So yeah, as you might notice, you don't take damage from the water immediately. There is a bit of time involved. But are you local? Oh, it's the entire conductor. What are you doing here?
Be careful, lass! Mind me feathers.
I do like the, we found the conductor in the creche, which means that he put himself in danger to save his grandchildren. How fucking wholesome is that? Like, just a little side something that players might not appreciate because they're too busy freaking out over the time limit that isn't a time limit yet, but still. I'm not done yet. I'm going to go back and save some more because we have ice now as well. And I'm sure maybe it's just the final segment where there's a time limit, because I know there is a time limit here. But we don't appear to be on the clock just yet. Oh, thank you, Seal with Arrow, for pointing me in a direction. By the way, so I mentioned previously, I'm not a big fan of this mission just because, you know, it's pressure and difficult, and why are we over here? What was the purpose of pointing me this way? What have we achieved by coming out this way? All you've done is take me out of my way. Thank you, Seal with an Arrow, you've ruined my day. Everything's cold and damaging. And honestly, jump, please. I was spamming jump. Hat Kid refused to jump. I refuse to accept that death. What I will give credit to is the fact that the ice water doesn't damage you immediately, so there is some consideration there. Like, it's not great because you do still take damage, but at least, like, it's... Like, from a game design perspective, it's well implemented because you can't abuse it. Oh, hey, it's Jarman. Doug Jarman, inventor of the jar. And a rift token on an iceberg! Yum. Seriously, though, what were you pointing me towards, Seal with an arrow? Because all you've done is hinder me. And I could put you straight into the lifeboat, but no, I'm over here now. Ah. You want me to dive? So yes, the problem with this mission...
Oh, you're like pretty strong, huh?
...is that it... Like, unlike every other, like, boss mission... You okay down there? You're just sort of standing on the ice, chilling? Sure. Is this entire problem, yes, Hat Kid's being a hero, but...
Don't wait up for me, pup. Get in a boat and scram. This is my dang ship, and I'll go down with it.
But this is a problem caused entirely by Hat Kid. And like, okay, yeah, maybe it was... Yeah, she was just steering the ship towards an iceberg because that's where a timepiece was. We could see it on the horizon.
You want to save him? I'm not gonna hang around a sinking ship. If you don't make it back quick, we'll leave without you.
And again, there's just a seal just kind of chilling. Anyway, so yeah, we saw where that was. We've been there once before. Hat Kid, why are you launching yourself? Where are you Hat Kid, what the fresh fuck are you doing? Launching yourself every which way. If you die at this point, again, I refuse to acknowledge it. That'll be, once again, on you. And why has this reclosed itself? Yeah, in every other chapter, the boss has been... Yeah, there's at least been a reason for it. In this, it's just, hey, I'm gonna steer the ship and kill people. And I'm not 100% sure if it's even required to go for the captain. I think it is. But, you know, he's a walrus. Famously an aquatic mammal, I want to say? Or whatever. Point is, he'd survive anyway. Hat Kid, stop diving into the water.
Where's the lass? The ship is sinking. We gotta get out of here. Come on. Get over here, lassie. We're leaving now.
Do we get a new timer? Please? I only had 25 seconds left and all of this cutscenery isn't helping matters. Please?
Put me down, pup.
Okay, we got a fresh timer. We got a fresh opportunity. Those heart ponds would have been nice to have, bearing in mind Hat Kid has been jumping like an unusual. But whatever. Let's just head back the way we know. Hat Kid, stop flinging yourself into
Go
the
on me. Leave me be, pup.
I know you're used to icy water being as you are a walrus, but no. This is a situation we created, so we're going to have to... you can claim on the insurance. We're saving you money. And also the hassle of swimming back to land manually. Is that timer running at a rate of 1 time per second? Also, all these other seals that are just sort of chilling in the wreckage. There we go, we'll slow down time. I don't know why I didn't think to do that sooner. But yeah, there's just random seals and NPCs and just sort of stuff chilling amidst the wet. But yeah, I guess you can, if you so desire, spam the time stop hat here just to give yourself a bit of extra time.
Down.
Shut your ass up! Okay, now we go... Oh, this is why the seal with an arrow was here. Hat Kid just running off an edge. Living on a razor's ledge, bouncing on an edge, as is easy to miss here. Love how you can fail by standing in the boat, but not putting him down.
Oh, pup, why wouldn't you just let me go down with my ship? I can't drown, but at least I could pretend for a bit. Although, without me, this crew will never be able to get the lifeboats to shore. Fine. Crew, let's go home.
Thank you, miss.
Like, thanks, dudette. I totally didn't see this coming.
Aye, thank you, lass. The little ones haven't learned to swim yet.
Hopefully our insurance covers this. Anyway, I can't give out refunds, but it looks like there's something shiny on that iceberg over there. Huh. Funny how our ship crashed right next to it. It's all yours, pup.
We destroyed an entire man's livelihood. Just because. Now, this is all well and good, but my compass badge is pointing me away from the reward and to the up of here, perhaps? Is there something special on top of this iceberg? Is it a secret? Is it a bonus? Because either... Yeah, sure enough. Rift token. And yet I'm still being pointed towards the up of this berg of ice. As it is, I'm going to want to redo this mission on my own time, just to, like, get the remaining collectibles that I blatantly ignored this time around because pressure. Okay, yeah, no, there's nothing else here. It's pointing us back towards where the rest of the level is, and there is no point in us doing that right now. So let's just be on our way. So you can kind of see why I have kind of... Ooh, oh, the windmill! You can see why I don't have necessarily the highest opinion of Chapter 6, because it's 3 missions, one of them is entirely Hat Kid's fault, and it's high pressure and there's stuff I can criticize in each one. Finally, a time rift! Tinily a time rift. I could swear there were 2. So yeah, 3 timepieces, plus this time rift. That looks purple, that can't be the purple one. We haven't produced the purple one yet. 5 timepieces altogether, I think. Maybe 6 if there's another time rift. Anyway, be right back. Yeah, found it. Oh good, there's more. Hooray. Also, the frame rate is still absolutely chungling. Yay! I don't know what I just did, but I got a rift token for it. Well, that's a really, really dickish place to put a rift token, but sure. I mean, if it's here, and it is... Hat Kid, please. Please. Okay, please tell me that's everything. I'm so sick of this mission, and I'm falling. Just... Okay, we're finally done here. Thank nubbins. Much as I'd like to save and quit after that, no. Save, return to hub. See, on a conceptual level, it's not that I hate that mission so much as I love to hate it. It's well designed because it provokes that sort of panic of, the ship is sinking from a crisis of our own making. But there's a lot of little things that add up in ways that severely piss me off with that I'd rather forgotten about until I had to redo it 3 times to get those rift tokens. And that's that, like, the ship isn't primarily built for you to platform on it sideways. Like, it is a little bit. Like, some consideration was taken when designing the ship such that you could platform it on it sideways so that this mission would work. But it's very, very, like, geometry specific. Like, it's incredibly, you know, the geometry of it is very specific, which I think I just said word for word, but like, you know, like each individual shelf of like a set of shelves, for instance, will have its own collision. And like, that's not great when you're working in a pressure-filled situation where if you fall, then well, for one, you're going to land in cold water, and if you're falling from a high enough height, then you'll land, like, you'll go below the surface such that you cannot avoid taking damage because it takes her so long to resurface. And now I keep pressing the wrong button to unpause. Why do I only have 2 badge pins? I could swear I had 3. And where are my rift tokens? Why is everything gone squeege? Am I even saying select a weapon? I only have 1 anyway. But yeah, so there's that. There's the mechanic of carrying the to-be rescued folk. And of course, they make you keen to one side and then wheel to the other. And like when you're doing that with overly specific geometry that's not like primarily intended for that sort of parkour, it gets very frustrating very quickly. So it's badly designed. I feel like they outsourced this entire chapter to someone who is much more amateur at making games than Jonas Karilu. But that's enough ranting for one day. I've been able to continue to be tessellating hexagons. I'm going to drown myself in this washing machine, and in the next episode, Blue Time Rift, and hopefully, something less agonizing. But I make no promises. See you then for that.